So hi, Aparna. Thanks for joining. So
Yeah,
today we'll
thank you,
have
Santosh.
this interview process will be of 3 rounds. The first round
Okay,
will be a round where I'll be taking care of this round. So it will be a 30 minutes call. Followed by,
okay,
if it goes good, you will have a technical round, which is going to be like 1 hour, where we
okay,
will test your knowledge on a bit of coding and we'll ask you to
okay,
do reporting in Power BI as well. Followed by, you will
okay,
have a management round. So that's the process. And just to
okay,
give you the background, we are hiring for a Power BI developer who can help us in building reports, single
okay,
and take care of all the requirements, tax functions, and who can also publish the report to the end users. So this is pretty
okay,
much the top job description. So
okay,
let's get started. You can start with your introduction and let's see how it goes.
okay, Santosh. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Santosh. Yeah, my name is Aruna. I have 5+ years of experience working with BI tools. I started my career as a data analyst and slowly moved to the Power BI developer role. In this IT experience, I work with multiple domains like finance, telecom, and my current working domain is retail domain. My primary skill set is Power BI. Secondary skill sets are ADF, SQL, Excel, and beside this, I have a little bit knowledge on SSIS. In my current project, I'm involved in from end-to-end process from data gathering and then from different resources and then ETL process by using ADF. And then in the ADF, we are moving some different staging layers and finally export layer to the Azure SQL where we connect with the Power BI. Okay, and then by using some dynamic charts and custom charts, by using measures and some with those, finally you are sharing the reports with the business end users through the app. This is my small introduction about myself. I am very happy to explain in detail.
Yeah, so thanks for the introduction. Thank you so much for giving your skill set. So let's start
Okay.
with a basic explanation about your project as well. I just wanted to understand what was your problem statement and how did your report help the client? So if you can just give a highlight on what exactly your project was, what your clients looking for, and what was your contribution, what are the tools you have used, that should help me to understand about your responsibilities as well.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'm working with TJS client company. And then my problem statement is sales analysis dashboard. Um, in this, what we are doing is we are giving better insights, sales, revenue, and order trends. These are my main things. In these, I worked and I got the data from different resources, Excel, CSV, and some SQL Server, mainly from the SQL Server. And there we can make the reports. And then finally, we are publishing to the Power BI service. We made the dashboards and then we submitted to the um, end user, through the app. Okay. In
Yeah.
this, I
So
created, is,
good, good.
okay, in this months, year-on-year sales, whatever the last 7 days sales. Sometimes I used to get ad hoc requests. We'll do with the SQL. We'll do. Okay.
Okay. So what are the data
Okay.
sources you're working
Yeah, SQL and Excel CSV. SQL Server
on?
we
Okay.
are getting from SQL Server.
So how frequently you used to get the data for your reporting?
15 days. 15 days. We used to get from total 15 days.
So every 15 days you used to get the data?
Yes, yes. Every 15 days. The data is keep on changing. We are
Okay.
refreshing. Yes.
So how do you make sure that your data, your Power BI is also updated? What process you follow?
Okay. We do schedule refresh to update the data. That's the thing only you're asking, yes? Or updating
Yeah.
of Power BI.
You're saying that you are getting data every 15 days, right? So how do you make sure
Okay.
that your reports are also up to date?
Okay. We are doing whenever the load is came, we keep some schedule refresh option in the Power BI service. It's every day, 15 days, one time, every Sunday morning, we'll refresh it. And in
Okay.
this thing, we are using ADF. First, we will do triggers execute in the ADF. Their pipelines execute will schedule. Then we came scheduled. Then we came to service and we will schedule here based on
What was the
Power BI is up to date.
what was the need of using ADF? You could have done everything in your query editor itself, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, it's ADF is a one ETL tool. There we can get the data and we can clean. We'll create some data flows and we'll create some pipelines. What's the use of using ADF means? I don't want to give too much burden to the Power BI. In that case, I am using ADF. Yeah, if it's
Can you elaborate that?
okay. If I get suppose everything, if the Power BI do, in the Power BI we are doing reporting. In the Power Query, we are doing ETL operations. It's a in that mashup code is there. That's a very heavy language. for that performance of Power BI will be decreases. That reason we are using ADF. We clean the data there and then we'll bring back to the Power BI desktop.
Okay. Okay. Can you help me to understand what was your architecture of your project? Like from where you're receiving the data, what was the first
Okay.
layer, where you're doing the transformations, and once you do the
Okay.
reporting, how it's passing to the client. So can you explain me that part?
Okay. Yeah. We all get everything, whatever we are getting data, we are seeing some BRD business requirement document we'll get. There, what the reports we are getting, whatever the data. Suppose in my current project, I am using sales data, product data, all these data and geography. All this we are, first of all, we are moving to the blob storage, ADLS storages. Okay. From there, we are doing some staging layers, transformations, and then finally we are moving to the ADF, and from ADF we'll do data, create data flows, and we'll do some pipelines, and later we are moving to the Azure database. Why we are moving to the data Azure database other than blob or ADLS means Azure SQL is useful to do the processing of data. We can see the data whether the cleaned or not. We can see, and later we are transmitting to the Power BI desktop, and then there we can do the whatever the we'll move to the Power BI desktop, and then there by using some custom charts, some measures, yeah, everything will make the one dynamic report, and then we'll if and then we will transfer to the Power BI service, and then there we can do the schedule refresh. First of all, whatever we'll create the data gateways. In the standard, we'll use the personal mode for the data gateway, and then we'll execute the schedule refresh. And with that report, I use some visuals. I will create some dashboard. It's a summary of the report. It's a high level report. We'll create it, and later we'll process that report to the app where the end user can see, and then we'll transfer into the deployment pipelines from developer to the testing, and then later testing to the production. Yeah, this is the
Okay.
what
Yeah,
we do.
thanks for that. So if I've understood correctly, most of the transformations you are implementing in Azure Data Factory, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you're also using Azure Data Factory, you're also using Power BI. How do you make sure that the data sync is happening? Like first the transformation happens, then you're refreshing the data in your Power BI. How do you manage this sync?
Okay. Yeah, okay. First, we will do the triggers option in the Power BI in the Azure Data Factory. Okay, we'll schedule the pipelines. Okay, from there to we are moving to Power BI desktop. There we are doing publishing, and then in schedule refresh we are 5 minutes gap will use from ADF to the schedule refresh in the Power BI service.
Okay. Okay. So you're maintaining a five
That
minutes.
yes, yes. By that we are making some synchronization between both.
In the recent times,
Okay.
there is an update called Fabric. You're aware of it?
Yes, yes, Santosh. I have aware of it.
Yeah. So you
I
directly used Fabric, right? What was the need of using both Azure as well as Power BI, two different
okay.
services? Like you could have preferred for Fabric. Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, yes. Yeah. Why? Because Fabric is just now recently evolved 1 year back only. It's evolved. It's not till now. It's not developed totally. It's Azure is 10 years back. It came. That's why it's a lot of options, lot of improvements will be there. In the Fabric, very less improvements. If I want to, maybe after 5 years, maybe Fabric is good. If every option till now some bugs are there. I experienced it. Once after maybe 5 years, I could be used the Fabric only. Then it's good to me. Everything is on under one umbrella. It's very good to me. Good to the company.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for that. So I just have few of the scenarios that I'm facing in my current project. So just wanted to
Okay.
understand your that. The
Okay.
first thing is, have you heard about row level security?
Yes. 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 Yeah. We implemented in our reports.
Yeah. So similarly, I want to work with object level. Like for example, there are few
Okay.
visual should be applicable only for certain people. Few visuals.
Okay.
I'm thinking about few reports as well. So yeah, row level security
Okay.
is something which you have done it very easily, but we have
Okay.
something called object level security. So have you ever implemented that?
Yes, yes, I implemented. Suppose my client don't want to be see some particular profit. I don't want to see some particular client. I don't want to see the profit. But by that particular column, we'll create a object level security or particular table my client don't want to see. In that case, I also will use object level security. Whatever the database objects, suppose they want to don't want to see the some column or some schemas if they don't want to see. In that case, I use object level security. For object level security, as of now in Power BI, we don't have anything. We'll have to download some tabular editor to the Power BI desktop. From there, I can implement object level security, whichever the object you want to give the security. I will select that. I select that one. I will do the object level security like that.
So are you saying that
We'll
it's
implement
directly?
it. It's not possible. Without the tabular editor, it's not. Till now, it's not possible. Maybe if Power BI comes with some new updates, then maybe it's possible.
Okay. Okay. So what are the recent updates that we have got in Power BI, maybe January, February, March? Have you ever
Okay.
thought of it? Have you experimented it?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'm very interested to learn new technologies and I want to know the updates. If Power BI is keep on changing. And recently I saw some new calculation in the Power BI desktop. And in the Power BI service, the folder option is also coming. That's what I observed. And yeah, and some small multiples option I saw. Some DAX query option also I saw. I installed by the preview features, I checked that one, some DAX query also. Yes.
Okay. Thanks for that. What type of challenging challenges you had in your project?
Okay. Mm, First, I will tell about my technical challenges, what I faced. I got, so I have to keep some measure values in the slicer list of options. Okay. I want to keep measure values as list of options in the slicer. Based on that, we need to see the respective data individuals. Okay. For this, we have created all individual measures and created a table with these lists and using has on value and selected value, we achieve functions, we achieve this.
Okay. This was your
Okay,
technique.
technical.
Okay.
And then, okay, what happens in early 2021, my team size was ramped down. Four of my team members were ramped down from the team. Total 8 members, 2 members are ramped down. It's very difficult to fill their shoes, and it's not a cup of tea for us. Okay. D team was very nice. They helped to get the good quality of data. And for us, it's very difficult to pull out the right data from right schema. We did a lot of efforts. We extended our timelines, throughout the daytime, we extended our time and make sure the deliverables were in safe place or not. Okay. And in between, what happens? A lot of requirement changes happens. Okay, if requirements are changing, generally timelines will not changes. Something about we are dealing with some different clients. Okay, so yeah, switching here and there and between requirements, it's very difficult to us. Finally, we handled very smoothly, and our team got appreciations from the team manager for this effort. But I learned a lot for this thing. I feels that I can manage in the stress time also. I can able to work.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you. So we need a person who is very good at Power BI service level because
Okay.
we have one dedicated person and he's moving out. So we wanted to replace with a person who knows more on the Power BI service. So just wanted to
Okay.
understand what experience you have on the Power BI service. Like, what are the things you have done at the Power BI service level? Can you help me to understand that?
Okay. In the Power BI service, okay, we'll publish to the Power BI service, and we'll do some subscriptions, and we'll keep some dashboards. Dashboards, the tiles are there because of the tiles for cards and gas chart. If all these things, we keep alerts. If the suppose if the sales are improved, then we can get alert. In that case, we did that one, and We installed data gateways. We did schedule refresh, and we'll make the connections with the source. And we did the deployment pipelines, mm, from testing environment to from development to the testing to the prod. We did transformations by using some parameters. We did that one. With the premium account only, I can do the Power BI deployment options from all the stages. Okay, these are the options I explored in Power BI service.
Okay, thanks for that. So what is the maximum refresh you can set it up in Power BI service?
Okay, if it's depend on license. If it's a pro, it's um, 8 refreshes per day, and if it's premium, 48 refreshes per day.
Okay, how do you set the refresh?
Okay, you could explain me how to do the refresh option. Okay, that's the thing. For
Yeah, asking
refreshing,
step by step process where like how can you set up the data refresh?
okay. For scheduling refresh, first of all, we had to install the data gateways. We use with the mm, standard mode. We install the data gateways, and then and okay, and then from we did some data is coming from Excel, CSV, and SQL Server. We'll do the connections, some SQL connections. We'll do some connections to the Power BI service. Later only, I will go to the settings, and then I can do the schedule refresh option. We do every 15 days. Sunday morning, 7 a.m. We'll do the refresh
Where do you install the gateway?
in the Power BI service only.
In Power BI service?
Yeah, service only. The Power BI service.
No. What I'm trying to ask is gateway is a
Okay.
tool. It's a plugin that you have to install on your
Okay.
machine. So just asking, where do you install that? It's like a software that you need to install first, right? Then only you can add the
Yes,
data
yes.
source. So just trying to understand like
Okay.
where do you install the gateway?
In the Power BI service, we installed on our server. In the cloud, we
Mm,
are installing.
okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So I want to share the report to end users. Is it
Okay.
really required to give the workspace access, or directly I can share the report with the end users? How does it work?
Okay. I can directly share the report, and I can give the subscription I can do, and I can send to the teams. I can share like that. Yeah, I have to give access. Yeah, then only they can see, they can come to the workspace. If they want to come to the workspace, they want to see means I have to give the access. Otherwise, I can share to the teams through the email. Yeah, like that I can share it. We need to, if they want to come to the workspace, they want to see means you have to give the access to the viewer access to the client.
Okay, okay. So in the recent times, we have a one issue with our team. So just wanted to understand
Okay.
if you're aware of it or if you also experienced a similar issue. One of the
Okay.
user has complained that is not able to see the proper data.
Okay. Okay.
What we understand is there is some issue with the row level security. So what is the first thing you check when someone is having an issue with the row level security?
Okay.
For
Yeah.
example, the user wants to see X region, but is able to see
Okay.
Y region as well, but not X region. So what's the first thing
Okay.
you check? How do you troubleshoot this
Okay.
issue?
Okay. And then first of all, we'll go to the modeling tab. Um, first I will see the access data. I have one table, the person email and where's the location he had access. I will go and check that the person is the access to that reason is access to that email. I will check it first of all. If it's not, I could be change it. Yeah, like that only I will do it. If he's seeing different region means I will change the location.
Okay. Okay, thanks for that. What is the difference between sum and sum x? Have you heard about this x functions?
Yes, 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 Santosh. Okay.
Yeah, can you explain with an example?
Okay. It's a sum is generally the column levels function. It's sum of that column. I can give one scalar value. I can get it. Okay. With coming to the sum x, it's a row level function. If there is no column also, I can do it. In that case, suppose in my table I don't have sales column. I didn't get the proper requirement. In that case, what will I do? I have list price and unit price. Sorry, unit price and order quantity I have. In that case, I will multiply both two with the sum x operation. I can come with sales. Sum x is sum x of table comma expression. Whatever the table I want to keep, I can keep a table, and the expression list price into order quantity. I can get the sales according to that.
Okay. Is there any
Yeah.
limitation in using sum x?
Limitation. Yeah, for aggregate functions only we can do it.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. So
Okay.
thanks for your knowledge on Power BI. I'm pretty okay with that. So can we move on to
Okay.
SQL?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So how good are you in SQL? How much you rate yourself in SQL?
I can rate myself 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. So how many
Yes.
years of experience you have?
5 plus year. Okay. With the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 years of experience with the sequel.
Okay. What is your role as a SQL person? Like what are the things you have done?
Okay. Mm, yeah. Generally, I use the sequel for the data validation. Whatever in Power BI desktop, we are doing some suppose sum of sales, sum of profit, whether it is correct coming as a data analyst. I need a proper data. For that, I will go to the SQL, and I will check there also database. My database is there. Yes, yeah, I can check from for the data validation. Most of the time, I use it, and for comparing total sales are coming nice, year on year sales coming nice, month on month sales. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Suppose sometimes my client asks some ad hoc requirements. In that case, every time I can't come. Suppose if he ask last 7 days sales, in that case, I will whenever he asked, I will go to SQL. Then that time I will not create the reports. I will go to the SQL. According to that, I will write some query and then I will give it to the client.
Okay. Have you used joins?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Can you explain me how many type of joins are there? What each join specifies?
Okay. Um, in SQL, we have left join, right join, inner join, uh, out inner join, full join, um, cross join, and self join. We have it's a left join means all the records from left table and the matching records from both two tables. And in the right table, what happens? Right join, all the records from right table and the matching records from both tables. Inner join means the matching records from both two tables. And full join means all the matching records and records from left table and the records from right table. In the self join is useful to get the hierarchical. If suppose in my table I have hierarchical data, in that case I want the table is connecting with itself. It's a self join. Suppose in my table employee manager. Manager is also one employee. In that case I use self join. And then coming to the cross join is useful. um, Suppose if I want to multiply, I want to know the more options with this table. Some categories there, how many options can I need with some other table? In that case I use the cross join.
Okay. Thanks for that. In SQL also, I have a scenario. You need not write any code as such. The coding will be tested in the second round, but I just want you to help me to understand orally, like how do you do that? I have
Okay.
a year system, and I do have a sales. Just wanted to find out year-on-year sales with respect to SQL. Assume that there is a straightforward column called year, and there is a
Okay.
straightforward column sales. So can you help me to understand how do you get the
Okay.
year-on-year sales?
Okay. For this, I use CTE. And first of all, I had to calculate year-on-year sales means total sales minus previous sales by previous sales. First of all, I had to calculate the previous sales. For the previous sales, by using lag function, lag over um, lag of um, lag of T sales, I can mention, and order by year. And if there is any department, I can mention partition by department, order by mm, this order by sales descending order. I can, like that, I can calculate the previous sales, and then later with the CTI I select star from CTE, total sales minus previous sales by previous sales, I can execute like that.
What is this lead and lag functions are called?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know exactly the way which comes from lag functions. I don't know.
No, no, I'm just asking what are these functions called? What do you know about window functions?
Yeah, I know about the window
Yeah.
functions.
So these are nothing but the window functions. So can you tell me what is the
Okay.
difference between aggregate functions and window functions?
Aggregate function means some, it works with the numericals. Some, average, minimum, maximum. These are the scalar functions. Year of or something. These are the scalar functions. These
I
are the
asked,
window functions.
no, I asked what is the difference between window functions and aggregate functions. I'm not sure why you brought
Okay.
scalar. So tell me what all three are. Like, give me an example for scalar, give me an example for aggregate, and give me an example for window function.
Okay. Um, Aggregate functions are some average, min, maximum, and scalar functions are lead, lag. All these are scalar functions. Year, month. These are scalar functions. Coming to the window functions, rank, dense rank, and row number. These are the window functions in the SQL.
Scalar,
Yeah, yes, in the SQL.
scalar. Sorry, I missed your scalar. What type of functions are scalar functions?
Here, left, right, and replace. All these are scalar functions.
Okay, yeah. So I think I'm done with my initial screening. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Do you have any
Yeah.
questions for me?
Yeah. As of a mock interview, what the wrongs I did. I want to know what are the wrongs I did.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
want to improve myself.
Yeah. So if I want to rate this interview in terms of clearance, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Okay.
Okay.
There were a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
mistakes. When I say mistakes, uh, in terms of technical things, there were a lot of mistakes that you need to correct it. The first thing
Okay.
is none of the answers you're confident. So that's one thing which is actually putting you down in all of the answers. I want you to
Okay.
focus on the basics that keeps you confident enough to answer all of your questions. Right from the
Okay.
introduction, I keep seeing like here and there you are getting stuck. That should not happen. It's fine that for the couple of interviews you write it down your introduction and then you read it. That's fine. But unless and until
Okay.
you are not confident, that may not take you forward. That's the first point. And in
Okay.
between, I also heard that couple of times you're like telling something and suddenly you're like, I'm sorry, it's wrong, or you're using the word I'm sorry, right? That cannot
Yes,
happen.
yes. Okay. Yeah.
Even if you don't, even if you have missed a concept, you just continue. It's not like something you need to apologize, right? The panel is just the person who's evaluating you. You need not just
Yeah.
ask them sorry. So that is
Yes.
another one. And another thing is you have to focus on basics because you are not
Okay.
aware of where we install gateway also. It's a very important topic. Gateways will
Okay.
be in on the machines from where you are pulling the data, which you are saying that you will be installing in directly in Power BI service. Power BI service is
Okay.
not at all a software, right? It's a SaaS. It's a software as an application which you can open it from web. So where do we
Okay.
install there? That is something a blunder mistake. So if any of the
Okay.
panel would have to this answer, straight away they
Okay.
would have judged you that you may not have knowledge on Power BI. That's a typical panel's thought because it's a very basic question. Your gateways has to
Okay.
be installed on the machine where you're getting the data, right? So that is one thing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
also make sure that you are aware of the window functions, scalar functions, as well as your aggregate functions. There is a bit you messed up. You
Okay.
just
Yeah.
that's one thing. And
Okay.
you also that it can be applicable only for numerical functions, aggregate functions. That's not true because count can also come. Count can be applied on
Okay.
the um, categorical data as well. So that is one thing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
even Power service, you need to be aware of all the data sources, subscriptions. And one thing which I asked you is, I gave you a
Okay.
scenario. And I say scenario, right? One of the person is coming up with RLS is not working. So if
Okay.
you have
Yes. Yes.
RLS will not work if you have not given a viewer access. So if you have given anything other than viewer access, right? Let's say
Okay.
contributed.
Yes. Yes.
In that
Yes.
case,
Yeah.
work. So in order to make sure RLS is working, you have to first give the viewer
Viewer
access,
access.
right? Yeah, that you
Yes.
messed
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
You-
Okay.
so that was a pretty much expected question. And
Okay.
followed by joints, yes, I think you said that. And focusing on the challenges. Yeah, the challenges question, right? Everything were bits and pieces. Like the couple of times you
Okay.
said that you are getting help from data engineers. Data engineers are very helpful. So you're talking about the positives of the project. When I say challenges, you have to say negative side of the project. Like data engineers were
Okay.
not data engineers were like giving a very raw data. There was an issue with the quality of data. So when I say
Okay.
challenges, you're talking about the positive sides, which is putting you
Okay.
the strength of the project, not about the weakness of the project, right? So that is one thing which
Yes.
should have
Yes.
come. Yeah, those type of small things has to
Okay.
be improved. And as and then said, your confidence has to improve. The way of presentation is really important. What I
Okay.
understood from your interview is you know the concepts, but you're not able to put it into a proper words and proper sentence. That comes with
Okay.
your
Yeah.
experience of giving more interviews. So I would
Okay.
ask you to prepare, like how do you answer? For example, if someone is asking about gateways, someone is asking about DAX functions, and even the one
Okay.
mistake it is you are not even able to put sum and sum x properly. It's a very
Okay.
basic question. You use the word row context and filter level context, which you didn't do that. So that is one thing which should
Okay.
have proper technical words.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, right, you know the concepts, but you're not putting in a right way. So that really
Okay.
puts all of your questions. So these are the
Okay.
few things which I would ask you to improve, and please focus
Okay.
on your try to take this feedback seriously so that definitely this
Okay.
if if it was an interview and if I should have taken a call,
Okay.
definitely I would have pushed forward. So this would have been
Okay.
a great interview, but still, as I said, there is always a room to improvement. So please correct all
Okay.
these changes so that you can focus on the upcoming interviews. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Santosh. Thank you for your feedback.
Yeah. Thanks. Let's
Yeah.
have another mock interview after your preparation. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.